Alright, the stream is up. We have a tornado warning for the West Miami area. The circulation is going to head into Miami, Florida. And we have another circulation that's going to head a little north of Miami. Just a line of mesovortices here. If you live in Miami, take shelter now. So right now, the circulation is located near the hammocks and Kendall Lakes. New mesoscale discussion for the area. The threat for a brief tornado or two is possible. It's a dangerous situation for Miami, pretty much. We have, look at that hook echo. This is an embedded supercell in the squall line. Wow. There's also a few smaller rotations. And have to see how this progresses. This is a dangerous situation. These are very populated areas that this cell is moving into. Wow. Again, this is a very dangerous situation, as a tornado may impact Miami area. It does not look like it's on the ground at the moment, but with these little circulations, they could produce any moment. The threat for the Florida Keys is mostly moved away as of now, so that's good. Yeah, this is not a good situation. We also have this cell up here, but the airport radar is also pretty good for looking at it because it's so close. Thankfully, it looks like it's weakening relatively, but The bad news is the storm north of it is strengthening. As you can see, we have these winds moving away from the radar, or actually, that's not even the right way. I don't know what I'm doing. The wind's moving away from the radar, and the wind's moving towards the radar, coming together in this little area. And that's where your area of enhanced rotation is. Same with this, you got winds moving away, winds moving towards the radar, and it's all funneling into this one point. Now, if there was a tornado, you would see much like brighter colors. The brighter the colors, basically the stronger the wind. And you see how in the middle here it's like this grayish color? That means that it's pretty broad rotation. I mean, it's not really coming together into one particular point. Like if a few of the pixels came together in an area like this, then that would be when you're starting to see your enhanced rotation. Yeah, you got a hook on this one too, embedded. Once the scan updates a little bit, we'll have more of an idea. But these are, and we also have this up here, which is a little bit of a bookend vortex. I mean, this is, if you live in Miami, you need to be in your shelter right now. If you live in Hialeah, Fontainebleau, if you live in Doral, Miami Lakes, Carroll City, or even the city of Miami itself, you need to be in your safe spot. Lowest, most innermost part of your house, with as little windows and as many walls in between you as the circulation. Alright, that is a little bit more concerning. As you can see, we have it's kind of like funneling into more of a point. If you go back to last scan, it was really broad. But now, it's coming into more of a singular point, which is telling me that this rotation is intensified. Same with this one. You can see it's starting to move in closer to each other. That's definitely not good. And we got our hook echo right here. Right now it's right over Olympia Heights and Westwood Lakes. If you live in Westwood Lakes, it's probably too late. The circulation is heading over at the moment. But if you live in Olympia Heights, Westchester, you still have time. Not much time, but you still have time. Let's look at all the radar. See what that's looking like. Yeah, you can see the hook a lot better. Yeah, look at that. Right over Olympia Heights. That's your area of enhanced rotation. Up here too, we have a few circulations. We really need to watch this, because this is heading straight towards Miami, Florida. And that's a very large metro. We have lots of little cities in that area, like is a heavily populated area that is in the under the gun for this circulation. Oh my, there we go. Alright, that's good. It looks like it's becoming, it looks like the outflow is really taking away the storm, which is good, very good. Because that means that the storm might get cut off and choke itself out, which would be the best case scenario here. So I'm still skeptical of if this thing is dying yet. Yep, they just expanded the tornado warning so it includes these 2 circulations. Yeah, that is a tornado warning for the Miami area. Not good at all. We're gonna have to wait and see how this progresses. Oh. Thankfully, it looks like these storms are having trouble really getting themselves going. I guess we'll just see what happens here. Looks like the northern most rotation pretty much died completely, which is good. But this other one is heading into the Miami area. Yeah, thankfully, this thing isn't looking like it's doing much. look back at some older scans here. Oh, okay. That's not the best. You see that? That's a little bit of enhanced rotation right there. That near West Miami. Wow. Yeah, wow. That's an area of enhanced rotation heading towards Miami. Brownsville. Right now it's right pretty much over West Miami. Now we're gonna have to look for any sort of tornado debris signature. Now this is ahead, this scan, so because the velocity scan is behind. So that's why it seems like the hook is in front of the actual rotation, which is this area. Because in the next scan for velocity, I'm expecting the rotation to be right about there. Good news is northern velocity is pretty much died. If I were to guess, it looks like it's recycling. Yeah, it probably is trying to recycle here. If I'm being honest, the storm does not look too well at the moment. Yeah, it's not doing the best. This one might be recycling a little bit, but it's hard to tell. Yeah. Wish my radar could load. Sometimes I hate radar scope. Even though we don't have velocity, it looks like at the moment, we can infer what it's doing just by the hook. Yeah, Brownsville needs to get in their shelter. Miami should be in their shelter. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's really gonna produce, but you still gotta watch it. New tornado warning. Oh yeah, I see that. Tornado warning for, looks like pretty much the middle of nowhere of Florida. I mean, it's close to Key Largo. I swear my radar does not load. You just gotta be kidding me. Like, it loads perfectly fine. Like here, I'll go to this radar. Okay, I guess not. Nope, never mind, it does. It loads perfectly fine. But then, I go to this radar. It just doesn't load. I mean, reflectivity loads, but nothing else loads. Like, come on. Just lost my one viewer to get my fucking radar on. I decide to load now. Thank you very much. Miami Beach might get hit. Like, bro, not storm. Like, not boiling.